Good evening, everybody. I hope you can hear me. Can you give me a quick confirmation in the chat?
Yeah.
Good evening,
You.
You.
Thank you. Right. So, yep, let's kind of start rolling with today's session. So one request, mostly we would use chat. So I hope you all are okay with using chat. And we will get onto the mic also. The reason I'm saying we'll mostly use chat is with larger number of people to go onto the mic may not always be very feasible. And I would like to see or receive interactions from more people. So that's the whole idea. Okay, so how do you think I am feeling about this session? You think I'm feeling confident? What do you think? So share, as I said, we'll use the chat more. So just right now, just prepare yourself to use chat. You can start typing to my prompts. Rashmi saying easy. Okay, somebody's saying yes. Come on, you have to tell me, how am I feeling? Am I feeling confident or not? Maybe you can look at my face and see whether I'm feeling confident or not. Okay, so I'm just waiting to actually start with just a few minutes for people to kind of join in. And let me also start the recording. Somebody's saying you are confident, you are excited, you have clarity. Oh, already I have clarity. That's nice. Thank you. I haven't started sharing anything, and oh my goodness, I have clarity. Wow, that puts pressure on me. My goodness, I better be clear in this session. Come on, Ratnesh, you can do it. Oh, wow. Okay. So, yeah, for people who are just joining in, I was asking people, how do you think I'm feeling? Am I feeling confident or not? Or what am I feeling? What do you think? How am I? Okay, so I want to kind of start off, and I will start off with a simple. So as I said at the beginning, we'll just use chat more, and at some point, if we need mic, we will come on to the mic. Yeah. Before I start the session, let me just quickly share. We are doing a little forest in Aarohi, and kind of this session is also kind of in a way looking to garner some support in our growing this forest. So if you would like to sponsor part of the forest, you can do that. These are some details here, which I'll be also sharing with you later. Okay. So let me start with a little disclaimer. This particular session isn't about making your child more confident. So if that's the reason you have come here, now is the time to log out. Otherwise, you might realize, oh God, I just wasted a lot of my time, because this isn't about how to make your child confident. That I'm very clear about. So at least one clarity I have. Somebody said I have clarity. One clarity that we are not going to talk about how to make the child more confident. And if you check out the screen, the slides that I'm sharing, you can say one way to boost the child's confidence is to increase the allowance. That's one way to do it. So already there is one clue there. Okay. So let's start. Right. This is the first. The whole kind of this whole particular session I've designed with a lot of statements and questions. So I hope you're okay with that, and looking for a lot of interactions from all of you. Right. So the question is, what's a king without confidence? That's the question. What is a king without confidence? Yeah, you can type your reply in the chat, whatever you think is your view. What is a king without confidence? Okay, somebody's saying the whole empire shuts down. Really? Okay. More responses. What's a king without confidence? So let's worry less about the empire. Let's talk about the king. Many trials and error. Anybody can take the king for a ride. Okay. Oh, okay. You think you can take a king for a ride? No. King in making, say, always end up with no clarity. Decisions will not be of people's welfare and not for long term. Wow. We're saying he's a human. Okay, so does that mean all humans are without confidence? That's nice. Somebody's saying no expansion of kingdom. King with confidence may dictate, with less confidence will seek others' opinion. And somebody without confidence, what will happen to that king? This is not a trick question. It's a very simple question. So go ahead, share whatever is your thought. All thoughts are most welcome. Yeah, and you can share multiple thoughts also. That's okay. You don't have to share one thought only. So what's a king without confidence? More thoughts? He'll be a seeker. Interesting. As in with confidence, he will not be a seeker. Will not be limited to his vision. Okay, loss of power. So here's my answer, which you can see on the slide. Well, a king without confidence is still a king, but the king. What do you think? Yeah. Right. What's a king without confidence? Well, he's still the king. So what does this mean? Right, as I said, it's not a trick question, so don't worry. That's just an answer. Yeah. Any thoughts? What does this mean? What's a king without confidence? I'm saying the answer is, well, the king is still the king. Who cares about confidence? Just imagine if you are the king or a queen. Do you care about confidence? I mean, you are the king, man. Or you are the queen, or whatever, however you want to see yourself. Who cares about confidence? What do you say? If you were the king, would you really bother about whether you have confidence? You have a kingdom. Why do you need confidence? What do you say? And maybe people can come on mic. I'm okay. I think somebody's saying need confidence, overconfident. No. We are saying meaning the king is without confidence, and how does it matter to the king? Whether he is confident, not confident, overconfident, whatever you say, how does it matter? Suppose I am the king and you're all the public, right? How does it matter what is this confident, overconfident? How does all of that matter? I'm the king. Why should I have how the public perceives you? That is, you are thinking, you are the public, I'm the king. You know what I mean? I'm the king, man. Nobody can question me. King means king. I'm the king. why will I feel the pressure of doing better? I'm the king. If you speak against me, I'll get your head chopped off. As simple as that. So I'm the king. What do you say?
Ratish, Rashmi here. I feel it depends on the kind of person he is, whether he is a king or not. Someone,
Yeah, you're getting into the kind of person. I'm not talking about the kind of person. I'm the kind of person is the king. Think about it. Okay.
I think
If I am the king, how does it matter?
public is assessing confidence and non-confidence. King always think he is confident.
Yeah, public can think whatever you want to think. Let's say if I'm the king, you can think whatever you want to think. How does it matter to me? What matters to me is I'm the king. And if I'm the king, why would I?
Yeah, even 24 Pulgesi, Vadivelu, okay. He was a
Sorry,
king, he was confident.
Sorry? I couldn't get you fully.
Hello, could you hear me?
Yes.
Hello. Could you hear me now?
Yeah, voice is little breaking in between. Maybe you can type in the chat or you can see how you can improve the voice. It's breaking for me.
Could you hear now?
Okay. Say again, please speak again.
You see, even 24 Pulgesi, Vadivelu, okay, people accepted, no. So he was a king, he don't have any confidence, but he was a king.
Yes. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The king is a king. Even when the people accept him or not, I'm still a king. Right? That's the funny part.
Yeah.
What I'm trying to get it as that if I am the king, why will I even bother about something like confidence? Think about it. How does it matter? I'm the king, man.
No need. Yeah. Even people think of it or anything, he will do whatever he wants. He can.
Okay, so let me put it this way. Are you a king or a queen? However you want to. Let me ask. Please reply in chat. As I said, with a larger group, chat meets better so that I can take in more responses. Are you a king? Yes, no? As in king or a queen. Don't get gender, don't get mixed up with the genders, but I'm asking you, are you a king or a queen? Yes, no, maybe. Actually, no, maybe. Either you are or you queen at home alone. Oh, I thought at home the kids are the king. No? Some are saying yes, but don't feel that way now. Okay, don't feel that way now. Okay, no. Most of you, some are saying yes, some are saying no. Think about it. If you think you are a king or a queen, then it won't matter to you whether you are confident or not. Okay, let me stay with this thought. So what's a king without confidence? A king is still a king without confidence because it just doesn't matter because I'm the king. Somebody wants to share anything, a thought or a question that's coming in your mind or a doubt? Seema is saying, wouldn't that affect his ability to make decisions? Yeah, it will affect. Why not? So many things can affect. Even a nice drink in the night can affect my ability to make decisions in the morning, right? So yes, it will affect, but how does it matter? I'm still the king. I may take wrong decision, as if people with lots of confidence take the right decisions. Are we assuming that? No. So how does it matter? Meaning, yes, it will affect the ability. Maybe it will affect the ability either ways, good, bad. Maybe what I think is a good decision turns out to be bad. Has that happened to you? And maybe a very bad decision, maybe what I think is a terrible decision or an unconfident decision turns out to be a good decision. Okay, Rashmi is saying I'm king if I think myself to be one. Well, if you think yourself to be a one, or you are a king. Why is there an if hanging there? Kings don't say like this, I am a king if you consider to me a king. No. A king is a king is a king. So think about it. Are you the king or the queen of your kingdom? You have to define what is your kingdom. Okay, Keetika is saying, every time I want to feel confidence, I will think of myself as a king. I'm saying, why do you even need, if you are a king, why? Is it really when I am the king, everybody has to follow what I tell, right? I am the king. Whether the people believe or not, again, I'm just asking you the same question again and again. It may sound repetitive, but I want you to think about it. If you are saying, will that affect other people's belief or whatever about the king? I say, how does it matter to the king? A king is a king is a king. Whether people believe in him or not, whether people follow him or not, I'm still the king. Yeah, ready to face consequences. Yeah, I mean, that anyway, whatever decision you take, confident, not confident, weak, strong, big, small, yes, you have to face whatever comes out of it. You call it consequence, I say after effects of taking a decision. um, Well, if you are not believing, why would I lose position of the king? I will get you beheaded if you are the one who is not believing in me, or I will ensure that, I do something. I send troops to your house. Okay.
No,
So
no voting, no
pause,
take.
just pause. Okay, please, just pause. Just don't come on the mic. I will invite you when the time comes to come on the mic. Just think, just pause. Just think, what are we trying to justify here? What are we trying to debate here? Is there anything even to be debated? Or maybe I'm inviting you to just think of yourself as a king or a queen for some time, maybe for this 1.5 hours. And if you are really the king of some place, how does it matter? What people believe, what people think, what image they carry doesn't matter, because you are the king. Maybe because we think we have not been a king or a queen, we are not able to think about it, but that's what I'm inviting you. Just think about it. It just doesn't matter. At least to me, that is why I put the answer as the king, because it just doesn't matter, because I'm the king. So it's not about, hey, how do I get confident? Meaning, why do I even need it? I'll bother about as a king what I need. I need a good army, or I need an army, let's say that I need ammunition or whatever. I need guards. But why do I need confidence? That's the last thing I need. Or rather, it's not a last or the first thing. It's just not part of my deal, because I'm the king. obviously I purposefully chosen the word king. If I would have said, what is, let's say, Ratnesh without confidence, then you will have, but that's the whole point. Right? We think confidence makes a difference. I'm saying, really? Why should it make a difference if I'm the king? Okay, let's go to second question. Let's see if that builds up the conversation a little more. Well, this question is a little funny take on what normally the question is. This question goes as, why didn't the chicken cross the road? Yep. Why didn't the chicken cross the road? Normally the question is, why did the chicken cross the road? May not want to. It's being curious. Okay. Yeah. Somebody's saying it's fine. It's fine with where it is. It didn't want to. Or maybe it already did. I think that's an interesting. Maybe it's already did. Maybe it's on the side it wants to be. Anyways, yeah, just waiting for a little. Well, yes, I think all the answers. Family is this side. Maybe vada pav is this side. I don't know what this chicken likes. Yeah, but my answer, which yeah, so my answer is very similar to many of you who answered that, is because she didn't need to, or she didn't want to. Now, what does this mean? What does this mean? Who would want confidence? Okay, well, let's put this other way around. Why didn't the chicken want some confidence? Now, if you want to rephrase the question, why didn't the chicken want confidence? Because she didn't need to. Because she didn't want it. Basically, because she didn't need to. If there is no need. So I'm inviting you to an area. So I want all of you to actually cross the road and come to my side. Okay. And what is there on my side is in the chicken side. So you imagine you're on the other side and I'm inviting you to come over to the chicken side. And when you reach the chicken side, you realize that for the next 1 hour, you don't need confidence. And when you don't need confidence, what then? Then what? And then you extend this. Suppose you say, okay, for the next 1 day, I don't need confidence. But then you extend it to, let's say, for the next 1 month or 1 year, I don't need confidence. Or let's say you extend it to, for the next 10 years, I don't need confidence. Or till I die, I don't need confidence. Or in my next janma, I don't need confidence. However you want to extend it. Just be with this thought. What if I don't need it? Then what? Tell me, then what? What will happen then? Okay, somebody saying, sorry, if you can rename it to, you are saying your name is in search of self. Okay, which is fine, but can you please rename it so that, or at least type your name so I know your name. You're saying, if I don't need confidence, I'll be unable to cross my comfort. We'll come to that. Okay, so one thing you're saying, you will not be able to cross your comfort. Okay, maybe. if that's what you think. In the last few minutes, have you crossed your comfort? In the last 5, 10, 15 minutes, have you crossed your comfort? And if you've crossed your comfort, did you need confidence for that? So Sandhya is saying, I will do what I want to do. I'm just paraphrasing it, is do only what I want to do. And is that good enough? And if that is good enough, Rashmi saying, I will do what I want to do, irrespective of I know or not, I'm good or not. Akshay saying, maybe I'll feel free to make mistakes and not worry about the impacts. Mala is saying, I think we are fine without it. I don't know the meaning of confidence now. So it's interesting. When we are on the other side, we think we want to go to that side, the confident side, simply because we think that side is the greener side or the better side. But what if we say, hey, I don't need that side? Then I'm fine this side of the road. And if I'm fine this side of the road, like trusting the process, then then it just doesn't matter. What do you say? In some ways, our session is actually over. If you put these two together, I'm the king, so I anyway don't need confidence. Okay, because how does it matter? Right? And I think of it, I start thinking, yeah, I anyway don't need it. If I don't need it, then what? Nothing. I mean, if I don't need something, then what? For example, most of us don't have let's say, a Japanese chemo, right? You will say, why? If I ask you why you don't have it, you will say, oh, I don't need it. I mean, exactly. If you don't need it, are you bothered about it? No. If you're not bothered about it, then it doesn't bother you, right? And if it doesn't bother you, then you just go about do what you want to do. Then it doesn't bother you. In some ways, what I'm trying to say, it's like somebody telling that, hey, cross the road and you will find confidence. And I'm saying, why? I don't even need it. So why would I go the other side? If I don't need something, if you say the tea shop is on the other side, but I don't want tea. So then it's it. And if I don't want confidence, then I'm fine how I am. So Neha is saying, so she is not confident, so she does not dance in public. So don't dance. What's the problem? Is there a problem? Neha? If you don't dance in public, is that a problem? Is that a problem? Yes, no? Or is it okay? I don't want to dance. I think I'm not good at dance. And I don't want to dance. Ah, okay. So you want Riti saying start with Zumba. So interesting. So Neha is saying, I want to dance, but I don't because I lack confidence. I thought dance required dancing skills, not confidence. What do you think it requires? It requires dancing skills or it requires confidence? It requires your ability to move or... So somewhere Neha and Seema, we are saying, you are starting the saying that if I am, or since I am not confident, I will not be able to dance or not be able to do this. But I'm saying just the opposite. I'm saying, so you are thinking this way that, hey, that's a prerequisite. I need it. Okay. Because I have this lack of confidence. I'm saying if I don't even need confidence to do the work in my office or to do the dance there, right? Let's say if you think like that. I'm not saying you will start dancing, but I'm saying let's just think like that. Hey, I don't need it. If I don't need it, then what? Okay, so again, I'm again repeating myself. Somewhere we are thinking that this confidence is the one which is, let's say, stopping me, which is hindering me. And if I could somehow fill my tank with that, it will make me do what I want to do, which is one way to look at it. Nothing wrong or right about it. I am saying the other way around, that I am the king, first of all. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter whether people question my work or not question my work, or it doesn't matter whether people like my dance or I like my dance, because I'm the king. You think when the king dances, he's bothered how people look at his dance? No, he's the king. Everybody's going to clap. And when I start with that thought process, so I've started this session with that thought process, that, hey, what if we just found it that it's not required? Then what would happen? So I'm asking again. So if Seema, if you think that, hey, it doesn't matter to me whether I have confidence or not, I'll just do my work. However I do, I may do sometimes people may question me, sometimes people may not question me. I may do dance, sometimes I may do good dance, and sometimes people will boo-hoo, sometimes I will sweat, sometimes I will sweat with nervousness, sometimes I will sweat with excitement, and so on. Right? Fair enough. I'm not saying all of that will not happen. But I will do it because I want to do it. I will. Why is this? Somewhere we are starting, you are starting with the premise that you need it, and I'm inviting you to start from this side of the road. You're on that side of the road saying we need this. I'm kind, come over this side, but this side is the not, don't need it to side. How about being on the side where you don't need it? And you just go about doing what you want to do. Let us say you are sitting at your home and whatever, enjoying a cup of tea or coffee or whatever, or whatever you're doing, listening to this webinar or having a meal or whatever. Do you need confidence? So maybe you are saying, no. For all of these, if I'm playing a game of cards, I don't need confidence. Or if I'm just sitting and watching a show on YouTube, on Netflix, I don't need confidence. But for certain things, I need confidence. Neha, the king does not have confidence. The king is king. That's the difference. The king by himself does not have confidence, but he knows that he's the king, and that itself is good enough. Now he doesn't need to bother about anything. It's like what's a king without a mustache? Well, he's still a king. What's the king without a turban? Well, he's still the king. He will, his pupils will still bow to him and say whatever. Hail the king. Okay, so here's what I propose. I've collected some statements, and I'll present them one by one, and we can get into discussion. And now I'll open the the voice part also. Yeah, just wanted to set up a little base to it. So these first two quiz questions are over. Okay, let's move to these 13 statements I have. And please feel free to share your thoughts and let's see how it's built up, right? The idea isn't to agree, disagree with these statements, or even the idea is to just see what these statements bring about in us. Yeah, that's all. Very simple. Okay, so my first statement is confidence is such a useless concept. That's the first statement. And as a corollary to it, unless you are an advertiser, I'm saying advertisers love it. Otherwise, it's such a useless concept. What do you say? You can say it by, you can say, where do you need it? You can say, no, it's not useless. See, I use it there and I use it there and I use it there. Fair enough. That's one way for you to approach, and then we can talk about it. Apart from advertisers, advertisers and marketing guys know very well, this is one which will bring us lots and lots and lots of money. You know? Rashmi, I meant it's not the individual they need it, but they know that this is a beautiful, or rather a very easy way to get people to buy. The moment you show, you get this, this thing called confidence. If you buy my product, then people will buy the product. So it's a nice bait, is what I'm putting it as. So that's why it's very useful for advertisers and marketing, and they use it left, right, and center, including the one on the screen, which has been pulling millions of dollars for the companies who have been selling this Fair and Lovely and the likes of it. While everybody knows it just doesn't matter. Except for possibly on matrimonial pages. So come on, you can come on mic and share it on set. You think it's a useless, or you think it is not useless, it is useful. So please tell me, where is it useful, and we'll talk about it. Or if you think it's a useless concept, you can tell from your thoughts why it is a useless concept.
What I am getting, that confidence is a term that has been given to us and actually put into our mind that it is needed, but actually it is nothing. If we know the matter, we speak differently about it. If we don't know the matter, we speak differently about that. Means not about speaking, even doing. We do, when we know, we do things differently. When we don't know, so confidence does not means confidence has no existence. What I'm getting out of all the conversation.
Yeah, or if I put it slightly differently, but more or less what you're saying is that it is up to us to look at it if it is something, or we can just throw it away and say it's nothing.
Yes, true. But still, I'm getting confidence is nothing.
I'm just realizing that, I don't know, we just take it as a gospel truth, right? I don't know when it comes to you that you need confidence to do things. And today is when I feel like, okay, I've not even kind of thought about the meaning of this word, but it's just there. Like, you just need it, whether you understand it or whether you accept it or don't accept it, but it's a word and it's there and you need it. And I Googled it right now, and it says to have faith on someone or something. So self-confidence is when you have that faith that you can do it. But I'm just kind of thinking, like, is it really a concept for that matter?
I have a question. Like when someone referred as like I was unable to dance or I was scared to dance, I do not have confidence. So what is missing in that person or in us? Like if we are scared, so if that is
Yeah,
not
we'll
confidence.
come to that. We'll come to that. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we'll in one of the subsequent statements, we will cover that also. But the thing is that it's like you going to the doctor and saying that, I have lack of whatever, protein, and the doctor says, no. Rather, we will give you some simple exercises, let's say, or something like that. I mean, I'm just throwing some words, right? We are thinking we have this lack of confidence, that is stopping us. But maybe we'll need to see what is it that we really need for, let's say, you to be able to dance or do your work or have a whatever conversation with someone, or so on and so forth. We can think about that. In some ways, while I'm saying it's a useless concept, the problem, as many of you are saying, is because it is so conditioned, it's almost like a screen which hides all the problem, because we think that's what it is. That's the problem. Confidence is a problem. And the problem with this confidence being the problem, we don't know where to get it. It's not available in the Kirana store. Right? So where do we get it? Neither the medical store, nowhere. So that's funny. But we are looking for the wrong thing. Maybe I'm just suggesting that maybe we are looking for the wrong thing. And if we say that it's a useless concept, then we start thinking what's useful, isn't it? We discard it. If something is useless, you will just throw it into the bin and move ahead and see what's useful for you. Okay, so Seema is saying, when I have to take a session, if I'm not confident, I'm nervous, and that affects my ability to deliver. Well, so which one affects your ability to deliver? Is it the confidence or is it the nervousness?
Or I think the preparation towards the subject, if we have not prepared it well, we will not be able to speak well.
There you go. Now you already left confident bichara on one side, and now you're looking for what is it that I really need. Now you need more preparation. There you go.
Hi, so I'm Seema. I was thinking confidence and I am nervous because I'm not confident. So I thought it is connected. Like that's the way I was thinking.
Okay. So we'll come to that. We're trying to little jump the gun, but yeah, okay. So we keep in mind, we will come to that. That is it that they are connected, or is it that we are unnecessarily blaming something like confidence, which is not even required, our nervousness on?
Oh, okay.
No? Maybe we'll come to that. We'll come to that. We'll come to these emotions, which are very interesting.
Sure.
So these advertisers, like this Fair and Lovely, meaning what are they trying to do? They're actually building up this concept. They show this hero or this heroine in the advertisement, winning it all, and winning it all with what? With confidence, and confidence come with gori twacha, fairness. We all know that's bullshit. Confidence doesn't come by me wearing a particular shirt or whatever. Meaning, unless for some people that gives them something, it doesn't come with that. It doesn't even need to come with anything. Why does it need to come with anything? If I'm wearing whatever I'm wearing, if I'm doing whatever I'm doing, how does it matter this way or that way? So somebody is saying when we know something, we feel confident, and we don't know, we feel low. Exactly. Why? Why do we feel low when we don't know something? And you are right, it's been developed in us that if you don't know, if you don't dance, if you don't do this, you should feel low. Why? You don't have confidence. See, I know the problem. But why I'm saying, why do we need to feel all any of these? So let's take them one by one. Let's move to the second statement. Sorry, but before I go there, Sandhya is saying, needed when someone is compelled to do something and no choice. But why do you need confidence there? I mean, if you're compelled to do something, just go ahead and, you're compelled to do it, do it. Till I was not a parent, I was not compelled to to wash anything. You know what I mean? But the moment I became parent, I was compelled to wash the bums of my baby. And then I realized, oh my goodness, but I didn't need confidence for that. I needed something else. So yes, we can be compelled to do so many things, but why does that need confidence? Okay, so let's move one by one. Let's also talk about one key thing, a difference between self-confidence and I'm just using just to play around the word social confidence. I would actually say social skills or social abilities or whatever you want to call it. But let me ask you a simple question. Have you met somebody, and maybe it's you only, who is not so social, goes around, is the limelight of the party, impresses everybody around, who's just by himself or herself most of the time, but is very confident, or at least appears to be confident, because confidence is just an appearance, appears to be confident. Because a large part of the problem is we think that if you are socially, social kind of, if you are like smart socially, if you can go on a fancy dress onto a stage, or if you can dance in public, then you're supposed to be confident. But then we are mistaking confidence with social skills, which is totally something different. In fact, in my small experience of about I started working with parents and children around 2000. So that's been about 22 years. 95% of the parents whom I have met, who have come with a problem kind of a thing, have the problem that my child lacks confidence. Yeah. And when I ask them a little more, hey, what is it that the child lacks? It comes out that what they are seeing is not confidence, it's social skills. They want the child to talk to strangers. They want the child to talk to the lift man. They want the child to talk to the people in party, and they want the child to go onto the stage, and so on and so forth. But those are all social skills. Does the child lack confidence, or does the child is not socially inclined, wants to be with by herself or himself? So is there a difference between, if you allow me to rephrase this, between social ability and being comfortable with oneself? And just because somebody is not outgoing, is not extrovert, does that mean that the person is not confident? What do you say? In a way, I'm inviting you, can we remove this whole category of, you can say, items which are considered as not confidence, which are actually which are actually social skills, which a child or an adult may not have, and it doesn't matter actually. Why does it matter? in any case, it will be horrible if the whole world was very extrovertish. It's thank God half the world is introvert and half the world is extrovert. Yeah, in a way, extrovert, introvert don't exist. So my invitation is, let's not confuse social skills with confidence. And social skills can be developed if somebody needs it. Let's say their profession demands it, or they feel like having more social skills. They can develop it. It's not a big deal. And don't come to me for that. I'm sure you can figure out how to develop more social skills. But those are social skills. Those are not nothing to do with confidence per se. What do you say? We see all adjectives are useless. Well, yes, in a way, yes. They're useless except for in storybooks, Okay. Any thoughts till now? Anybody, any question till now? You can come on mic.
So it looks like we have misunderstood confidence with like emotional abilities or emotional things.
I feel like, we've been running with the crowd, just with those terms without even understanding
Yeah,
the meaning of each of those words.
yeah.
And we
That is
have,
my invitation. Yeah.
and then we have conditioned ourselves saying that, okay, I lack confidence. And we have also put us down or put others down by using such terms or categorized. So,
Absolutely.
yeah.
I was okay. Let me share this because this is so important for me. Okay, before that, Pranav is saying a so-called non-confident person could be good at social skills. Well, can a non-confident person could be good at, let's say, stitching skills, singing skills, Pranav, riding skills, flying skills? And if yes, then why are not on social skills? In any case, there is nobody which is so-called non-confident person. In fact, you should say so-called confident believer could be good at social skills. You're getting, so it's not about whether a person is confident or not. It's a person who's wanting confidence, as against somebody who says it doesn't matter to me.
Excuse me, Ratnesh. So for me, I see confidence as a process as well. To be confident about something, be it your work or yourself, or to be confident in any situation, it takes a certain process to get there. And I am looking at confidence as a graph, and it's just like anything else, like sadness or happiness. It might be up at one point in time, it might be low, and there are so many variables that can be associated with why you're confident about something at a certain point or not.
The only thing which I'm not able to connect to is why would I, in a certain, as you said, in a certain field, by developing certain skill, why would my aim be to become confident in that? As you very rightly said, in any case, my whatever, I may feel unconfident about myself in the same field. So in that case, why would that be something that I would aspire for? Why would that be part of the process? Give me an example. In what way where would you want to be confident?
I agree with you. I have one. So, say, it could be, say, for example, singing. I think if you look at perfection, probably you'll never reach there. You'll never be confident about how good you are. Are you either good or not? But I agree with one thing that you said, that you cannot aspire to be confident. You are or not, and it really is a process. It takes us a process to get there.
Get where?
To feeling confident.
But why do you need to feel confident?
You don't need to feel confident, but you are or you're not.
Why do you say so? Incidentally, I asked this question right at the beginning. Hey, what do you think I'm feeling? And some people said something. Am I feeling confident and not? Right? And my answer to that question would be neither. I'm neither feeling confident nor feeling not confident, because it just doesn't matter to me. You are calling confidence a feeling. I'm saying it's not even a feeling. Why do you want to feel that way? In fact, I'm questioning, is confidence the feeling, or is there something else that you are feeling? Why should it be part of the process? Process of what?
That's very interesting. It also makes me think about it being a perspective that's outside of, like, you look at a person and you say he or she is confident or not. It's also a matter of perspective, perhaps, outside you.
Yeah. Oh, and we could just be using that term, that, hey, that person looks very confident.
Yes.
And the next moment that person does some blunder and you say that person looks so terribly not confident. Let's say there is a cricketer who's fielding very well, and you say, he looks so confident. Then he drops a catch. And then look at his face. He's suddenly feeling terribly not confident, looking not confident.
Yeah.
But really, and the next after 10 minutes, he takes a good catch, or he another drops another one. By itself has that thing about that look on him, whatever we have analyzed as confident, not confident. Has it really changed his ability? No. In fact, if he starts thinking about this whole business of confidence, he's only messing up with himself. If he just goes about taking the next catch as next catch, and the next whatever fielding as the next fielding, or the next thing is next thing, then that's it. He will do it. He may miss, he may not miss. That's part of life.
True.
Which is why my next pointer is that. Okay. I'm saying confidence is not necessary for success. What do you say? Now I'm saying exactly just the opposite, that it is not part of the process. We have downloaded it into this process, but it's not part of it. It's not even required. Who needs? For success? No. What do you need to do for success? You need to do work, man. Do your work, you will get success. As simple as that. If you have to sing, you have to sing. There is nothing else you can do. You can't buy confidence. Confidence cannot make you a better singer. Singing will make you a better singer. If at all you want to be a better singer, or if you're happy with the way singer you are, go ahead and sing. Why do you have to just look for this confidence? in some way, this cartoon really underlines is this is what I like in experience, which means what I like in expertise or what I like in terms of practice. That so if I lack practice, if I lack expertise, then I need to work on that. And if I lack experience, then fine, I am that less experience. So what? Everybody starts with the first thing, first time. Nobody is expecting a first timer to perform the same as the 100th timer.
Hi Ritesh, Aishwarya here. I joined little late. Hope I'm
No
audible.
problem.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So can you explain me this cartoon? Like, I'm not getting the crux of it. Can you break it for me? Basically, I'm not able to understand that context of that statement. What does
Anybody can help her?
Yeah.
Can help Aishwarya break up this cartoon?
Actually, he says like, I just lack experience. So I need to gain experience. But I connect with the unexisting word self-confidence for my lack of experience. Or term it as self-confidence.
I think it's hi, Satish, Dr. Sunil here.
Yeah, Sunil, go ahead.
I think this is showing that you can be a guy who is not having experience, say for a doctor who is not having that experience in surgery, because I'm a doctor, so I will talk in that language. But I can show to the patient or attendant that I can do this, I can do that. So the lack of my expertise, I can show that I'm very confident and show them that I can do that, which is not with me. I don't have that expertise, but by my confidence, this cartoon is showing that people think that what I don't like, I can overcome with self-confident, or I can show that, yeah, I am confident enough, I can do that. So the people start believing that, yeah, he is the person who can do this, any kind of job, XYZ, but he is not as expert as other guy who is not showing or not speaking about it that I can do this, I can do that. So the marketing kind of thing which you are saying. For me, I am confident in fields where I have expertise. Means in driving, if you say me you have to drive in sand, you have to drive in mud, you have to drive in forest, because I have that expertise, so I am confident in that. Again, if you say
wait, Sunil, are you confident or you just have the skills? That's all. Wait, pause. If you say I am confident, okay, then somehow this confidence is more important. If you say I have the skills to drive in, or I have the idea of how to drive in sand, then there is no confidence in this equation. I've rephrased your statement as, hey, guys, I can drive a car in sand. Yeah, I know how to drive a car in sand. Now, I'm saying, is there a need of confidence? No. What is there a need of is having either an expertise or an idea of how to drive the car in sand. Where does this confidence come from? There is no need.
No, I'm just saying that it is the expertise. If you have the expertise,
yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. You have the skills.
Then other people will see that he has the confidence. Because for myself, I never see myself as I am confident in this field. Other people will come and say, yeah, you are very confident in that.
Yeah, let them say, because that's exactly what I'm saying. They may say it, but finally, what is really required is you need to have a skill, because if you don't have a skill and you just try to throw that confidence, then you'll end up stuck in the sand, right? So
I am seeing in few fields which I want to show the world, and I am seeing in few fields which I want to show to myself. a small kingdom of myself, like say singing. I will sing in bathroom or in my room without anyone because
Absolutely.
I'm confident. I have a skill for that only in that field. And in other fields, if where I'm very expert, I can show to others, and that would be the other people will think, yeah, he or she is confident in that. So I think expert
Wait,
rather
wait.
than
So
confidence,
we
it should be
are
expertise.
That's exactly. So that's why I'm saying confidence is not necessary for success. Exactly. So I'm saying you can replace this by saying what is necessary for success is practice, expertise, development of your skills, blah, blah, blah. It's same thing. If you are saying you're not confident of driving. Obviously, if you don't know driving, you're not confident driving. That's precisely the whole point is people say, hey, I need confidence in learning something. But believe me, anything that you do not know, how can you be confident about? So when somebody starts learning something, including a child who learns to how to walk or how to talk, right? That person comes across as confident, but the child doesn't give a damn about whether you think he is confident or not. He still goes around walking. He still goes around speaking all mispronounced, bad grammar, and so on. A 2-year-old or 3-year-old just don't give a damn about whether you do anything. Obviously, later on, if people start teasing and making fun, that's a different issue. Yeah. But the point is that confidence is not something you require to start doing something. That's the last of the thing. Because you cannot be even feeling strong or feeling something about something because you don't even know it. How can you do that? If I ask you to drive whatever, fly an aeroplane, you will say, no, I can't do that. Obviously, you can't do that. Even I can't do that because I don't know how to do it. But something that you know how to do it, you just know how to do it. Now, you are calling it confidence. I am saying either it's a know-how or you don't know a know-how. Now, the problem with this confidence thing is it looks like it is something which has to be around me. While skill is something which is doable. If I say, okay, if I don't know something, I can work on it if I really want to do it and I can develop my skills. Which is why I am saying it is not necessary for success, because what is success? To me, you just start doing, and then you move towards whatever you want to call as success. Okay, let's move ahead. Okay, this is a very, we haven't really talked about this. Nobody has brought up this word, but one of the things that a lot of people to confuse is to the extent that people think that a lot of people think they are the same things, right? And then they feel that, I need, first of all, they think I need self-esteem, which itself is a problem. And then you think that they need self-confidence, which itself is a problem. And then you think that they are the same, that's another problem. But think about it. How does it matter? For let's say this moment I may be feeling great about something, that hey, I can let's say write very well, and I think I have written very well, and I send that to somebody, and somebody said, hey, what crap you have written. Now what happens? Is your self-esteem going to crash? Is your self-confidence going to crash? What is going to crash? You decide. Somebody rejected what you thought was well written. So you have two options. Either you can feel that something called as self-esteem has crashed, or you can think that something called as self-confidence has crashed, or you can just say that, okay, this person did not like the way I had written. So either I can rewrite it, or I can go to another person who may like what I have written. So choice is mine, but it's still functional. It's still in terms of what I am doing. How does it matter? What is the self-esteem? Now another one. Till now we were talking about confidence, and now people throw in this whole thing about esteem. Oh yes, we have made our life so dramatic. We have added all of these wonderful things into our life. And then there are books and books and books about how to improve your self-esteem. I would say why. And how to develop your self-confidence. I would say why. Why can't we just go about doing things which we really wanted to do? Whatever you want to do. You want to write, you want to sing, you want to cook, you want to meet friends, whatever you want to do. Just go about doing them. In a way, let's go about living our life. And the problem doesn't stop with us doing it. The problem is now we layer this onto our children, which is why we are all here, I guess. Yeah, we somewhere layer this whole thing onto our children that, oh, it has to be, my child has to be confident and has to have high self-esteem and so on and so forth. So this whole game of low, high, this is low, this is high, this is lacking, this is full. I think it's all a matter of how we are looking at it. Or what if we would just let it flow down the gutter? Free ourselves of all of these and just kind of go about and sorry, I'm not able to connect with this mobile games. I'm not sure how is this connected to this. How is it connected to self-confidence or self-esteem or anything that we're talking about? That's a different thing. What somebody wants to do is a different thing. How is addictions connected to this, if at all it's an addiction? So I'm not able to, unless you show me how is this connected to this. So this isn't a session about what you are calling as addictions or of what we are seeing as a problem. That's a different thing. Yeah. If you think that somebody is doing something and that's a problem, well, you go about trying to understand that person and understand what that person is trying to do. So that we'll come to nervousness. Just hold on to me. Just be nervous for a little more time, and then we'll come to nervousness. So Vilmani, I'm not sure I'm connecting, or is it something that is bothering you, that thing about addiction? If that is bothering you, then as I said, that we will have to take up separately because that's not connected. At least I'm not seeing it. Malar is saying, yeah, tagline each and every emotion. Okay. I don't know. Yeah, we'll come to emotions in just a little while. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I really, really like this cartoon. It's very, very simple, but it just drives home to me up huge. It's like a cannonball. Anybody wants to share any thought about this little cartoon? And the interesting part is whosoever has made this cartoon has not written feeling of confidence. It's saying feelings of confidence. Right? Which means confidence is not a feeling. There are so many other feelings which we are feelings when we are wherever we are. Right? Maybe Sunil, when he's in a car, he's like excited. That's the feeling. You may call it confidence, but that's one of the feeling he's feeling. Or he's feeling happy. Or he's feeling whatever, in command, that he's command of the car. Or whatever it is. I don't know what feelings he's feeling. And in the same way, the other way around, when I'm feeling, let's say somebody was saying what to do with nervousness. And well, you are feeling nervous. If you can identify that you are feeling nervous, isn't that better than saying I'm not feeling confident? Well, now at least you know what you are feeling. You're feeling nervous. And is nervousness good or bad? Wilman is saying good. Yes, nervousness is good. Because feelings by itself, we kind of know it in a way. Feelings by itself are not good or bad. They're just a signal. They're an indicator of something that's going on. Right? A nervous feeling is telling me something. An excited feeling is telling me something. A jealous feeling is telling me something. It's like a signal or a signboard. And that's all it is. And just like when we are driving, we see a signboard and then we go past it. Okay. Obviously, we read the signboard and see if the signboard says slows down, we slow down. The signboard says left turn, we take a left turn. So we kind of interpret that sign and then do accordingly. It's the same way. If we could go behind this door, and behind the door is this whole thing about understanding feelings. Instead of making or trying to make somebody feel confident, can I help understand whatever that somebody is feeling? Have you ever seen somebody, let's say your child, not feeling confident, and then you felt, I wish I could make him feel more confident? What if you've done that, then what you're trying to say is, I want to change his feelings or her feelings. And I'm saying, why? And even if you can give me a very good reason why, I will say, can you? No, it's the child who has to work on his or her own feeling, whatever he or she is feeling. And that can only happen if I understand my feeling. And as another person, as a parent or as an adult, can I help the child understand what the child is feeling, rather than trying to say, oh, you're not feeling confident, as if that's like a, that's like a summing it up. Because according to me, that gives me a bigger problem. Till now, I had already had a set of feelings. Now, on top of that, you put this big thing called a signboard called he's not feeling confident. Now I have a problem, a bigger problem to handle, which I don't even know how to handle. Anybody here? How not to feel confident? Sorry, how not to feel not confident? Can you help me if I'm not feeling confident? What should I do at that time? Are you seeing where are we getting at?
Take deep breaths.
Sorry?
They'll say take deep breaths.
Deep breaths, I think that will give you confidence. Or whatever it will give you. So what I really liked about this cartoon is just look at the expression of that guy. Meaning, can I just put a coin and get feelings of? No, I have to understand my feelings first. I have to really connect with my feelings and see what are they trying to tell me, how is it working, and what do I want to do about it, rather than getting into this whole whatever thing about confidence. If you're feeling nervous, yes.
So it is all about the emotion, and there is no such thing called confidence, is it?
Come again, there is no such thing as?
It is all about how we feel and what skill we lack, and there is no such thing called confidence as is, right?
That you have to decide whether you want something as confidence. It is there. If you don't want something, you can either not have it or you can chuck it out.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Ashwari is saying, take a pause and try to understand our feelings. Yeah. Or help other, if it's the other person, you can help the other person understand the feeling. Yes, yes, Seema, exactly. If you can identify the feeling, if you want to do something, but most cases we don't really need to do anything about the feelings, because the feeling isn't about an action thing. Feeling is an indicator. If a signal is red, you don't do anything to the signal. You don't go and break it. Don't red. No, you stop. Right? So feeling isn't about something you do to the feeling. You use the feeling to see what do you want to action next.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So if I'm nervous, then okay, what's making me feel nervous and what can I
Yes.
do about it?
Or what is it telling me? More than, again, I'm not so keen on what do I need to do about nervousness. Again, as if nervousness is a problem. No, nervousness could be very good. It's a signal. It's your signal system. It's like how doctors like Sunil will tell you pain is good because it's a body telling you something is not okay, do something about it. So if you had no feeling of pain, there will be big trouble. You will have no way of knowing what's wrong with your body, isn't it? So pain is good. Pain is telling you, go to doctor and pay Sunil some money for that.
Right. Yeah.
You know,
If we
pain is pain.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, go ahead.
So if we have to take a tangible example, like for example, like say I have to talk in front of 5 people and I'm feeling nervous, then the nervousness is telling me, I think about, okay, what is the nervousness telling me about my being right now? Like,
what is it telling you? Yeah. Let's take this example a little forward, Seema. So let's say you are with 5 people, okay, and you are feeling nervous. So what is this nervousness telling you?
Maybe I feel like I'm not prepared enough. I want to be more prepared.
Maybe. Yeah, it could be that it is telling you are not well prepared. Maybe then you can tell them that I'll come back. Can we reschedule this, whatever, discussion and meeting, whatever it's you are to be prepared of.
Okay. Maybe I feel like I'll make a fool of myself. I'll say something that's silly.
So what is the nervousness telling you?
That I'll make a fool of myself.
No. Fool of myself is?
And I may say something silly. What will other people think about what I say?
So the nervousness telling you that other people's opinion matter, or their approval matters, let's say in this case. I'm just taking example. Obviously, I could be totally off. You will have to think what your nervousness is telling you. Right. So your nervousness is telling you, you are looking for other people's approval. Again, I'm just taking as an example. At least now you know what you are looking for.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And if you're looking for their approval, now you decide either you can say, I don't want their approval, or you can say, okay, so if I'm looking for their approval, how do I want to approach this?
Actually, in a way, when we go and ask a person who is nervous, like, what is making you nervous? And obviously, 90% it would be people's approval. So when they come to that point itself, their nervousness will reduce a little. So these kind of questions will help them. Yeah. So this is really awakening.
Yeah. Though I'm not sure it's 90%, so I'm not going with that figure. I'm saying maybe it's different for each one. Let's just leave it as that. Yeah. But the idea is that, hey, it is not this confidence works like a wheel, a mask in front. It hides the actual feeling. Others also tend to interpret, and we also tend to think of it only, and we kind of blame it quickly on confidence, and I lack confidence. Okay, finish, as if the matter is signed off now, closed, because I was not confident, so I will not dance in public, or I'm not confident, so I will not do this, or whatever it is, whatever is you are talking in terms of confidence.
Right, we tend to judge ourselves, and we teach or we stand as a model, and we also pass on the same kind of intention to our children, knowingly or unknowingly. They also start judging themselves unconsciously. So yeah, this is such a illusion. Yeah, I totally agree.
I have a question as to do we need to tag all these words, like, or do we need to give a terminology for each our feeling? Is it good or bad? Really, I'm confused now. Like, I thought earlier, like, okay, if I know something, then okay, if I sort it, if I categorize it, then I know how to solve it. But I feel now like these terms are all blindfolding us and keeping us hiding. We are hiding behind those terminologies. So I need help on this. Anyone?
I don't think you need help. It's a personal choice. Some people like the words to kind of get hold of their thoughts and to be able to place things. And some people don't like it, or some people may like in some places. So I think it's your personal choice.
Okay.
The realization is that by itself, the words don't mean anything, right? Now, if you need the words as a placeholder or as a way to express or to communicate or connect with others, please use the word. An author would need to write in a certain manner to communicate to you. Just giving an example.
Yeah.
So in the same way, so that's a personal choice. I don't know there is one right or wrong way of using terminology. Somebody may like to, somebody may not like to. But
So
just
when we
because
are
somebody does
actually
not have vocabulary doesn't mean anything. If the person is in front of you, even if the person is on phone, just by the tone of the voice, you can get it. Just by their facial expression, you can get it. So it's always not necessary for us to hang on to the words. In fact, words can be more troublesome because different people have different meanings for the same word.
okay, okay. So when I talk to my child, I just tell him like, "Are you feeling sad?" I asked him like, "Are you feeling sad? Or are you feeling upset, unhappy?" So when we are asking him such questions, so how do we get to know to explain? Make them explain as to what they are going through. So
well, they are explaining in many ways. Again, if you like words, please use them. If you don't like words, you can go by body language, facial expression, tone, manner, actions. If somebody is hitting somebody, that's also an expression. And there's nothing wrong or right about it, just an expression.
Right.
It's a vocabulary, if you want to call it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So I don't know. That's really your choice.
Okay.
But in case if I just want to add, in case I don't know if this is a right approach. Malar, in case if you don't know if your child is really sad, or you feel if I say, "Are you sad?" And then he starts thinking, okay, is this sadness or not? Like, what kind of feeling is
Okay,
it?
pause.
This is sadness.
We are getting into a full emotion session. So let's move
Okay.
ahead. Let's move ahead.
Okay, fine. Yeah.
As I said, it's a personal choice and you can explore that. Please do
Okay.
explore and see what works for you. And again, what works for your child.
Okay. Thank you.
Somebody's asking, so what is this word confident meant? I have no idea. Please. I'm trying to see what it does not at least mean for me. Okay. Right. Okay. So the next one says what the child needs is not confidence, but parents who believe in the child. Now when we say parents who believe in the child, I am not trying to say parents who keep saying my child is the best, you can do anything and all of those pumpy things. I'm not really trying to say that. But intrinsically, we believe that yes, each one is capable of thinking, figuring out, doing, managing, failing, making mistakes, making blunders, it's like dropping rice. Why I'm saying dropping rice? And today itself, one child was kind of about to drop rice, and then the adult moved in and said, no, you will drop rice this way. I will serve to you. And I said, oh, we missed the chance of dropping rice. Because to me, that dropped rice is perhaps as important as the served rice, as saving rice, from dropping. And somewhere we are more worried about the rice not falling down rather than the so-called confidence falling down. So here rice became more important, confidence is not important, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? So it's these simple realization that if possibly all we need to do is, and this is more specific to children, because somewhere we want them to be within quotes confidence. I don't know why we want them to be. And on top of that, we start behaving in such a way as if we are not confident of them. So it's kind of little contradictory, our behavior many times, right? Especially if it's rice falling. So I would say let's worry less about confidence as a parent, and just let the child be. Just believe that the child is as, let's say, capable a human being of failing, learning, stumbling, and so on and so forth, as I am. And possibly we are all 50-50, 50 doing it right and 50 doing it horrible. What do you say? In fact, I think children should turn around and say, do you want me to not drop rice, or do you want me to feel confident? Which one? And if the children were to question us, we would realize, oh my goodness, yeah, I would rather let him drop rice than throw this whole thing. Okay, you can't do it. Oh, I only have to do it for you. So I think this one is a fairly straightforward, but unless anyone has a thought, though this is an important one in terms of how we look at our children, and I would say the best way is to talk to them and ask them what would they like, how would they like to be interacted with, and I think they are the best guides. They're the best guides for us to. So if you want to learn parent, learn it from your child. He or she will tell you in many different ways how he or she wants to be conducted to, right? Rather than anybody else telling. Okay, let's move ahead. Very connected to the previous one. Sometimes people ask me, okay, Ratnesh, so you're talking about confidence being whatever, not required or whatever. So what do? I said, try letting go, especially of your child or your own thoughts or your own beliefs or your own ideas or your own ways of doing things. And when we let go, what happens? Oh, I didn't realize we've reached 10:34. We've thought of it as a 1.5 hour session. Somehow, I don't know why I thought that I'm going till 11 o'clock. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay, so I'll have to little speed up. I have really gone haywire on time. Sorry, I totally messed up the timings. Okay, so what? Okay, here's Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, can you provide more context on what we are letting go here?
What do you want to let go? Maybe first let go of confidence as a concept.
Yeah, I was about to say that. So we should let go of confidence, or we should stop sticking to confidence. That's
Maybe.
what I was thinking.
And then we can let go of some of our ideas, some of our thoughts, some of our beliefs, some of our ways of doing things, and so on.
In the cartoon, a thread is tied to the one guy, right? And he is telling my mom still has a hard time letting go. Like I'm not able to get the moral or the crux.
Okay. Okay. To me, the cartoon is really funny because it shows he's not a child. He's like already a man, and the mom is still holding. Okay. Even at the age
Okay.
of 30, 40. I remember
Okay.
even for me, my mom would call up and said, even at the age of 35, did you have proper food? As if, not like that's also cute and sweet, but you're getting me. So the joke is about that, when would you let go? When or you want to hold on with your own insecurities, your own thoughts, especially our own anxieties. Can we let them go? Because if I have an anxiety about somebody, let's say if I have an anxiety about my child learning something, then I will keep on getting onto it. But if I let go the child, then possibly the child has the space to develop it. Otherwise, what I'm rubbing off to the child is my anxiety rather than giving him the space to grow. Okay, I think I would need to little move ahead faster. I simply forgot the time frame. So apologies. So let me little move faster. And in fact, let me do it this way. Let me run through the balance of the slides, and then we can see which ones we want to discuss. There's a lot of things we have actually discussed also. Yeah. Right. So this one is he gave up because he lacked confidence, or he was confident that he would fail, so he didn't try. Now the problem is what comes first. Yeah, yes, Smita, you will get the recording. Right. What comes first? Is it first the confidence should come, or 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 the effort itself is good enough? I had this. I want to share this very quickly. I had this one in one program. One of the participants, she said, "Ratnesh, I lack confidence." So I said, "Okay, are you sure?" She said, "Yes, I'm very sure. I lack confidence." I said, "Are you really sure?" And she said, "Yes, I am very sure." I said, "Are you really, really sure you lack confidence?" She said, "Yes, I am very sure I lack confidence." And obviously, by the time, everybody started laughing because you realize how confident she was about not being confident. That's the funny part. um, so that just shows how funny it is. Right? So So let's if we remove this whole thing, and then we are really letting the child try out something, fail, explore in the way the child wants to do it. Okay. Yeah. So again, in terms of if you ask me, so if I don't want to give child, if I don't want to consider confidence, what can I give to the child? Well, this is one suggestion I can have is free play. A lot of the way it has evolved, we have given too much structure to children. School is structured, then after school classes are structured, sometimes weekends are structured, summers are structured because summer camps happen. You see, we are like everything starts happening in a very structured way. The moment the child says, "I want to do swimming," a swimming class happens. That's again structured. You see, so the child does not get the very simple opportunity to just play. When we say play is not just the playing part, but the whole lot of thinking, decision making, visualizing, implementing, facing the consequences, which somebody said at the beginning, and so on and so forth. That happens when the child creates himself from inside out, because the child is thinking rather than somebody else is giving a structure after structure for me to learn physics, chemistry, maths, golf, swimming, painting, everything. Yeah. So a lot of at least we believe a lot of free play. And by free play, I don't mean just playing games. It could be playing anything. It could be however I want to play in the water, however I want to play with the colors, however I want to play with the craft, however I want to play with the music, and yeah, absolutely. So a lot of free play um, is something possibly which adds enormous value to the self rather than all these so-called skills and I'm not saying classes are bad. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just saying the proportion of that in a child's life is something that we can look at. Yeah. Well, I think in a way we have covered this. And I really like this particular cartoon. How many, Preeti is asking how many hours of unstructured play. I don't know, 25 hours, Preeti, try that. I don't know. It's not about hours, it's not about a dosage, but it's about the thought process. Even within doing something which may look like a very structured activity, if the child is creating it, it becomes unstructured in that sense. It is, if we are creating a structure, then it's our structure. But if the child is creating a structure within itself, then that's unstructured. I hope I'm able to get across. Right. So one of the things we talk about is, yes, acceptance. I mean, somebody somewhere said, what if I can't dance? I would say, I would start the first thought. If you don't want to dance, if you are not able to dance in the group, so what? Don't dance. Dance where you are able to dance. Start there. Let's accept ourselves that I'm feeling shy of dancing, let's say, in a public setting. And what's so bad about feeling shy? Let me accept myself. And the moment I accept myself or the other, okay, if you're feeling shy of dancing in the public, man, dance in your bathroom. Okay. And what's wrong or right about it? Yeah. So the moment we start from the acceptance, then there is absolutely no need of confidence. Because then I am truly connected to myself and including the parts which look like to the other world, which look like negatives. But for you, they're as good because they're positive in the sense shyness is positive, not being able to. And possibly if you are able to connect with what you really want, either you will change, as in you will stop wanting to dance in the public, or you will be able to see what aspect of it that you develop so that you are able to dance in the public, so on. So a lot of our work is more about the result than about me. And if I can refocus from results to actually understanding me or understanding the child, then it really works well. At least for us, it's been so beautiful when we just have to accept the child and says, okay, you are, let's say, this, so that's okay. You don't want to dance, it's okay. You don't want to do this, it's okay. Or even if you're feeling shy or you're feeling nervous or you're feeling sad or you're feeling whatever, how does that matter? And not just the feeling, even the ability. If you think you don't have the ability, fair enough. You don't have the ability. Just accept it. Okay, I think this is what Sunil was mentioning when he was talking about driving car. He says, when I'm driving car, I'm just cool with this, right? And obviously, if I'd ask him to do juggling, he may not be very cool about it. His face may be all contorted trying to juggle, 3 balls. And if I give him 3 glasses, then he may even not even try it, right? So all of us have skills in certain area, and we may look confident in that. And all of us don't have skills in some areas, and we don't look confident in that. And that's absolutely fine if we don't look confident. And again, if it connects back to the whole game of acceptance. Yeah. Okay, this one is something very, very interesting because a lot of us think that we need to give children confidence. But I would say if children at all, they need something, and including us, what we need is opportunities. I'll give you another example. The rice example was in some ways another example of opportunity. Let the child drop the rice. That's just an opportunity for me to do it. I'll give you an example. There was this one parent who came to our campus, and he stayed for about a week, and then he wrote a mail saying, hey, I've got this I can do a lot to your website, and we can do this way, this way, this way. So he had a lot of ideas. He even sent some prototype designs and all that. And I wrote back to him. I said, thanks, amazing. What you're suggesting looks amazing. I mean, it looks so good. But I don't want you to do it. So he was offering that I can do something. I said, no. I don't want you to do it. I want children to do it. And what would happen if we give that opportunity to somebody who wants to try his hand on, let's say, website design? What will happen? He might make a mess of the website. He may not design the user interface in a beautiful way or whatever. But so what? Look at what it is creating for somebody. So if we start thinking that way, small things in our home, if we can start offering them to child as an opportunity rather than thinking in terms of developing their confidence, but rather just giving them opportunities, and each one becomes a nutrition for their development. So that's how I would look at what I want to do with children. I would give them more and more opportunities rather than worrying about giving them confidence, because that's not really required. What is required is opportunities. Opportunities are like seeds, and I can grow it. Each child can grow it in the way they want to grow it. And lastly, some of you were talking about fear, feeling scared. Now, that's a very, very interesting cartoon. I want you to read the cartoon. Somehow it like fits in perfectly with what. Right. So let's put it this way, that first of all, confidence will not make us fearless. No matter how much confidence we have, the fear of it does not go away. Right? Or rather, by feeling that I can just feel confident, and that will let the feeling of fear go away. No. I would say, why bother about confidence? Why not let us understand our fears, connect with our fears, accept our fears? So what if I'm scared of something? Can I not just accept it? Maybe it's all right to be scared of something. Or if I want to do something about it, let me work on the fear itself rather than trying to be fearless, and see how I can work on it. So again, we tend to think that we need confidence because confidence will somehow overtake the fear. But I think it's not about being confident. It's about understanding, connecting, being with one's fears. And if that leads me to deal with the fear in whichever way, including accepting it, that's all right. It's just fine. So that's the way I would look at it. So again, fear is something we can have another webinar on just fears. I can talk about fears at great length. But to me, the crux of the fears is just connecting with them, just knowing what they are, just being with them, not rejecting them, not pushing them, not trying to overcome, but just being with them and saying, hey, these are part of me. And that's absolutely fine. So that's in terms of fear. So let me now wind up the session, and then I can take few questions. Yeah, Seema is saying somebody can be having a fear of not being confident. Yeah, that itself is connecting with self is really important. Just to give you very quick examples, when some people come and they say we are scared of dogs, and at our campus we have dogs, we say it's all right to be scared of dogs, and we will take care. We'll tie the dogs, or we will be with you. So we don't say no, push away. Use your confidence now. Come on, you can deal with dogs. There's no need to deal with dogs. There's no need to deal with the fear. Just be with your fear. That's absolutely fine. And let's see how that evolves. And some people continue to be scared of dogs, which is fine. And some people deal with it and evolve on it in whichever way they want to evolve. Right. So we're kind of almost at the end of both the presentation and the session. We have also written a small book on confidence. We called it Confidence, No Papa. That's the name of the book. I'll share the book also. It's a small PDF book which you can possibly read in half an hour. and has some of the points that we have covered today, and maybe some more points that you would like. So we will we'll share the book in both the Telegram group and the WhatsApp group, so you can pick it up from there. It's also there on the website and so on. So the book is available. Interestingly, the book has a cost of 11 rupees. Why is it 11 rupees? You can figure out when you read the book. Okay. So to end this, I have two visuals. So all of these thoughts that we have been sharing, how does it kind of, I'm just calling it where does it lead us? So I'm leading it in two directions, right? The first one is this particular, whatever, comic or cartoon that you can see on the screen. Okay. It's saying like, hey, in this particular cartoon, it's just showing that we don't really have to bother whether the child will become, let's say, a leader or successful or whatever else you want to become. Let the child evolve, and gradually the child will evolve into whatever the child wants to evolve into, right? Or become one, let's say, a leader or whatever. You can replace the word leader here. So this is one approach which is absolutely, which is an evolving approach, where the child evolves into automatically over a period of time, as it says, until slowly. And there is another approach. Just check the next slide, which is a very subtle difference. You may say, oh, it's the same visual. No, it's not the same visual. Read the third frame. Okay. Is start looking at that, hey, does the child really need to evolve into somebody? What if we are okay with, why does everybody need to be a leader or a success, the way world defines it? Why can't we just be we or me? And isn't that fine? And then if there is no need to evolve into anything, then there is nothing. And then we can just operate out of that nothingness, and we can just keep on doing what we feel like doing wherever we are, however we are walking. And we can just enjoy that walk, or just that doing whatever we are doing. So any which way, whether you look at it, the child evolving into something, or you look at it whether the child doesn't need to evolve any which way, however, wherever, whoever is, including me and the child, is absolutely fine. Then you realize we are all kings. And if we are all kings, we don't need confidence. Because then we are king of ourselves. And then it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks in that sense. Not like we don't take feedbacks. It just doesn't matter. Confidence doesn't matter. Yes, things will go right, wrong, good, bad. That's part of the real deal. Yeah. Okay. So I'll quickly share a little poll, which is there also on the slide, but I would like you to just respond to it quickly. It's a little rhetorical, but it's also more like a summary of what we have been trying to talk about. So go ahead, you can answer the poll however you want to.
Sorry, could you please share the poll again?
It's there, it's still open. If you're on phone, you might need to swipe left or right. I'm not very sure how it works on these phones, but yeah. On a laptop, it should just pop up on your screen. It's still open. I can see people responding to it.
Yeah, I mistakenly closed it. Okay, sorry. Never mind.
Yeah, but it's still be there. Okay, so yeah, as I said, the poll is just to kind of sum up what we have been discussing. And if you want to think in terms of, hey, okay, so what do I want to do, rather than, apart from thinking about it, talking about it to your friends and to your people, hey, what is confidence, and so on and so forth. So leaving you with these thoughts. again, reminding that this whole series of FireBurners is also an attempt for us to get sponsorship for our forests. So if you want to contribute, you can do that. And finally, yeah, these are our contacts. You can always connect with us. If this is the first time you are attending something which we are doing, then you would need this. If you've already been part of Jagriti program, or you already know all the contacts, so I don't need to repeat that. Yeah. So I know I don't know why I thought of 11 o'clock as the closing time, and we went aram se. So anyway, it's time to kind of pause, but I can take one or two questions if there are still any questions, and we can close it. Since I already thought of 11, there's still 4 more minutes. I'm greedy. So if you still have a thought or a question, we can do that, and else we can just say good night. Deepika saying, thanks for taking away our confidence. Elsewhere, that would be a very negative statement. Yeah, I think, Aishwarya, you have a very interesting point. We don't think about these terms, confidence, self-esteem, there's so many terms for that matter. And we just take them as gospel truths, and then we just live out of those. So that's the whole idea, the question, yes, and see what it does to us. Obviously, whatever I shared was my views, so you're free. Please explore in your own way, in your own thinking, and don't bother to agree with me. Yeah, I'll also post the presentation, so you can use it however you want to use it. I'm saying we'll all walk King Kong. Yes, absolutely, Prana. Thank you. Okay, so I think we are good. Thank you, and yeah, good night. Bye-bye. Also, if you have ideas about what we can do FireBurners about, as in topics, you can throw them to us, and we'll build that. We plan to do one every month, so you can keep throwing us topics. We can build on that. Yeah. Okay, cool. Thank you, and good night.
Good night, everyone.